Okay, hi. So, we're gonna be analyzing the Pustule trailer. The reason why I want to do this is because this enemy is, like, extremely... It doesn't really work the way I wanted to. I kind of want to go over it, so, yeah. So anyways, I'm recording this in, map 16 suburbs. Anyways. Okay, so... There's nothing wrong with the... Hold on, my nose is stuffed up. Okay, so there's nothing wrong with the chase sequence, except I wanted it to be a little different. How I wanted the chase sequence to be is that it approaches the player, but also but also when it gets into a range, it does its attack. This is broken. However, when I tried to do this, it kind of breaks and it just removes the cover resistance by going to a state that doesn't exist. And yeah, that's not exactly a good thing. So, anyways, you'll notice that it does the missile like all of our enemies a bit, and but the video's tearing. That's great. So, anyways, you'll notice here that it doesn't have a death animation yet. This is kind of intentional. How I'm going to be embedding another mod into this mod. Also, also top of the screen up too. That's great. Um, that basically is going to add some blood and gore to this. Now it's not gonna be like Brutal Doom. No. Oh. Well, there are going to okay. So there's gonna be some features from like Brutal Doom that are like added, but like it's really light, and most of the enemies in the game will actually just remain the same with like no else like editing thing. The features are to nerf you. Yes, you, the player. I like you. Alright, so basically what I wanted to do is that once you kill it, it just explodes into gore. So it's actually calling its XF state, which means it is jibbing. But I don't have it set up correctly, so you don't see anything. And also, I don't have hash score on in this. So, yeah. But anyway, okay, so anyways. Alright, so, as you can see, does the missile thing on its own. Now, directly behind the player, so... Oh, oh my, what is this? Oh, oh. This video is not being edited. However, in a bit, you'll see it actually doing its thing. So, so you can see it in the inventory right here, right? This is where things get bad. So basically, I wanted this to act like an inventory or item where you can just use it, and that way it goes away. But turns out I actually need to set a use thing, and I could not get this like working the way I wanted it to. But what does work is the drop button. So I made it so that once you drop this, it just deletes itself from existence. I did this by by having the spawn function be instantly remove it from the game, so you don't pick it up again. Now the main problem with this is that if you try to give yourself all the items, you're gonna also get at five pustules, which is the max amount of pustules you can have yourself. If any more try and latch onto you, they will instantly die. There will be a lore reason for this. Yes, and kind of lost my thought. So because that doesn't work, I have to now make a tutorial. But also, we see here that it's using do. But if we unpause the video, you see it's rapidly draining my health per tick. That's one lost health every every second divided by 35. There are 35 ticks in a second, so we are losing 35 health per second. Unfortunately, this is very noticeable, but do you know how it's worked? Like, okay, listen, I wanted a limit to this. I wanted a limit to how much health we can take off you. It's like, okay, so originally it was going to be so that if, like, this more than one like, it takes away 5 HP per second, but if there's multiple puzzles with you, it's multiplied up to 25. I couldn't get that working, so I have to tend to do effect, which kind of works a similar way, but like, anyways, I wanted there to be a limited do effect, so I tried to code in like a thing where like if you have more than 50 health, if you have if what if you have 50 health, it will not do anything. It did not exactly appreciate that. So anyways, now there's an indicator on the top of this. I wanted to make this not bullshit as possible, so I added this text to tell you that there was a pustule on you, and you hit like backspace or whatever your drop up item is too. In fact, when the first one appears, I'm probably going to make a text for when the latch is on to you saying to hit your drop item key. There's a bit of a problem here. First things first, there's going to be multiple problems at once. Just whenever you see these guys, probably. And also, this isn't the only inventory item. There are more inventory items. I have not reviewed any of them yet, so. So you have to manually scroll to the pustule and then hit backspace. Or else you're kinda cooked, not gonna lie. So yeah, this is like really not what I wanted, but it's close enough, and I'm just really calling it a day. So I was here, hit backspace. The thing about this is that at if you can observe this text, if you see this text pop up, and you just hit backspace immediately, you could pretty much negate most of the damage. In fact, it's possible to literally get the pustule and take it off on the same tick. Why does it look like I have texture filter on here? I don't have texture filter. I'm not weird like that. Don't worry, you can trust me. So yeah, that's basically everything I wanted to say about the pustule. It's it's not that great, okay? It like Todd Howard once said, it just works. It just works. We'll leave it at that. It just works. It just compiles, man. It just compiles. But at least I like Todd Howard. At least I've I don't want it to work this way, but it just works, and I'm too lazy and fire to fix it. It's because I know that's probably going to take about 5 hours. So yeah, it kind of ends after that. That's the entire trailer. That's basically all I wanted to yap about this enemy and how it's so extremely bugged. Thanks for watching. I'll probably see you the next trailer. I because I am very heavily focused on Games on Free and Doom 2 AC development right now. Now I'm kind of alternating the projects every 2 months. So once September hits, you will actually be seeing Doom 2 AC trailers. Anyways, that's everything I want to say. Hey, thanks for watching. Bye.